You tend to hear this a lot, but YouTube really was a different place in 2006. Back before monetization and MrBeast, YouTube and other sites like it was just a place where people made videos for fun, an open forum for anyone to post whatever they felt like and hopefully entertain someone. I myself would eventually discover the site and spend hours upon hours every day watching crude stick figure videos. And then, one day I came across an obscure web series that I still think about today. A series centered around two stick figures called Phantom and V. On February 26, 2006, Z Shadow of J Fizzle Productions joined YouTube and initially started out making various animations, before uploading a video that April which pitted two famous masked men against each other, the Phantom of the Opera and V from the Alan Moore graphic novel V for Vendetta, which had been adapted into a movie a couple months earlier. Now, this animation is pretty basic and doesn't actually feature the characters fighting each other, but it must have lit something in Z, as over the next 5 months he would have these two characters face off against several different movie characters like Spider-Man, Batman, Jack Sparrow, Harry Potter, Darth Vader, even a parody of American Idol.
I think you're possibly the worst singer in the world.
Being a little kid, this was actually my introduction to both the Phantom and Vendetta, so whenever I see a Guy Fawkes mask, I can't help but think of a little stick figure in a cooking apron. But after over 25 episodes, Z Shadow decided to get a bit more ambitious and spent over 2 weeks on what was initially supposed to be the series finale. Released on September 4th, 2006, and weighing in at over 1,800 pictures, this 15-minute video has our heroes put through a 14-part gauntlet with familiar faces, including Jack Skellington, Jack Sparrow, Edward Scissorhands, Willy Wonka, Darth Vader, Beetlejuice, Fangirls, that bunny from Donnie Darko, Headless Horseman, Spider-Man, Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings, and Neo, before finally coming face to face with the, quote, ultimate enemy. The ultimate enemy turns out to be none other than their own creator, Z Shadow, who proceeds to bully them a la Animator vs. Animation, before ultimately wiping them off the board. It's kinda depressing, but like the SpongeBob movie, it isn't permanent and they are later revealed to be okay. But as it stood, this was supposed to be the finale of the series, which was confirmed with the next 2 uploads. And that was the end of Phantom and V. For about 6 months until Season 2 was announced, which began in May of 2007 with a parody of 300. After killing some zombies in the next episode, then came what is perhaps my favorite episode of the whole series. This one shows Phantom and V appearing in various classic games like Pong, Space Invaders, Frogger, Pac-Man, Super Mario Bros., and Donkey Kong. Before ending with an RPG-style boss fight against Melbu Framha from Legend of Dragoon. I honestly wish this was a real game, because I'd totally play it. The Transformers episode to me is a clear showing of how much Z Shadow had improved as an artist. Don't get me wrong, it's still crude stick figures being made in Microsoft Paint and edited in Windows Movie Maker.
Oh my god.
But there's a clear evolution of the art style over the course of the series, which is especially shown in the Avatar episode. At the end of Phantom and V Get a Virus, it was announced that the two would be starring in a computer game, but only part 1 was finished, called Phantom's Quest. This is a Flash game that I've never played, so I decided to give it a go. It's a simple platformer where you collect keynotes while avoiding obstacles. I managed to get through it despite the hit detection being pretty unforgiving at times. If you're able to master the trajectory of your jumps, you should be able to beat this in less than 5 minutes. Following the release of Phantom and V vs. Twilight in December 2009, Z Shadow would stop producing episodes and completely disappear from the internet after 2011, only briefly showing up in 2014 to re-upload an old episode. And outside of a weird AI short he posted last year, there have been no new videos on the channel, although he does occasionally respond to fans who are still showing him support after all these years. With the official website being defunct and the unlikeliness of any new episodes, that brings us to the end of Phantom and V, a relatively obscure but nostalgic series from my youth that lives on in the hearts of those who watched it. Thanks for watching. I hope it's inspired you to check out Z Shadow's channel, which will be linked down below. If you want, I might make more videos like this, just talking about stuff from my childhood. Anyways, that's all for now. See ya.